Do I have a what?
How do you start the camera?
Oh, I usually just go like, what's going on, everybody?
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the Kai Dave Lover Show. Today I got my boy, Derick, and then
Pixie.
My wonderful
Pixie.
girlfriend,
Okay,
Pixie.
I thought I was going to say Dixie, so it's going to be pretty close.
Dixie
but,
gal.
got you guys here from Eastern Washington. So I
Yes,
went to
sir.
high school with Derick, actually. And he's going into the cannabis industry,
Mhm.
and I kind of wanted to talk about that. Pick his brain as to like what his goals are for all that. And he also wanted to ask me questions about marketing and whatnot. So that's kind of what we're going to get into.
Yes. So with the cannabis industry, we're kind of looking a lot for property down in Oregon because it's at a great spot in the hemisphere, moisture-wise. So it's really good for outdoors grows. You don't got to worry too much about it getting dry. You got a lot longer growing seasons.
How much property do you need for something like that?
So licensing wise down in Oregon, they'll give you, there's 4 different tiers of licensing, and each one it's based off of square footage. And so that's what's cool about Oregon is that it doesn't limit you per plant that you have on your farm. It's more of how much you can grow and the square footage that they give you. So if you want to do an outdoor grow, they'll give you a lot larger area to be able to grow in versus an indoor grow because you can do a lot higher quality and a lot higher potency indoor.
How much are you looking at, or like how much property are you trying to get for that then?
So ideally, we're trying to get something probably in like the tens of acres, so like 20 to 30 maybe. That's pretty good price range is what I was looking at, because those were, you can find fully set up cannabis farms that already have like greenhouses on them or outdoor grows set up in Oregon, because there's a specific website to go and look at them. It's pretty cool just checking them out, and the prices weren't too bad for 20-30 acres. There's only around like $400 to $500,000.
And you said you had buddies doing it with you, right?
Yeah, so I have Cody Fabian, if you remember him from high school too.
Yeah, I remember Cody.
Because we've already done a little test indoor grow, and it turned out phenomenal. Like the THC and just the amount of terpenes that was on the top, that was just on the leaves.
Okay, hold on. I don't know anything about.
Okay.
Yeah, what's a terpene?
So terpenes are so when you're looking at a piece of weed and you see it's all shiny, you kind of see those crystals on the outside. So those are the terpenes.
Yeah.
And the terpenes are the psychoactive part and the cannabinoids on the plant that will actually get you high. And so we had a really high terpene concentration, and it was just looked like snow on top of the flower. It was just amazing. So we're like, well shit, we could probably make quite a bit off of this.
One thing I have heard of is like moon rock.
Yeah.
Can you just grow moon rock, or is that like some like specialized type shit?
Yeah, moon rock is something that's specialized. So it's a nug of weed that's been tossed around in oil. And then it's had some keef, which is really finely ground down flour, tossed around with it too. And then it just makes it all sticky, and that's how you get that moon rock.
Is that like, isn't it like hella potent shit?
Oh, it
like
is
that
very
shit will
potent.
fuck you up?
Because especially with the oil that's mixed with it, so you can get oil a few different ways. You can have it pressed through CO2, and it'll take the terpenes off of the flower. Or you can do what's called giving it an ice bath. And so you'll throw the flower into, it kind of looks like a giant garbage can that you'll be putting into, and there'll be a screen. It'll just be a filter that goes down into it. And you'll wash it over with ice water, and it'll put those terpenes through the filters, and you'll just continue filtering it through a finer and finer layer. And at the bottom of that final layer, you'll just have a nice little, it'll look like a goop, but you'll get the water out of that, and it'll be more oil
And that's
residue.
the oil that you see in like those little
those little pucks. And one of the pucks that I got right here, I can show you in a little bit. Or you can
So have you made your own oils before too?
We wanted to, but we didn't get around to getting a press in time.
Okay.
But it
what do you mean
cool.
in time?
Just by the time it was ready to harvest.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately.
So is there certain seasons then for growing?
Yeah, so ideally you want to grow when it's going to be a little warmer. So starting in, like, probably the earliest you could start is maybe May, June. And you can go all the way up until October, September for a pretty good harvest until it gets too cold to do outdoors.
Is like with marijuana, is that something that has like bad seasons like cherries or apples?
Yeah, so you can get mites in marijuana fields, or you can get just bugs that'll attach to the terpenes because they just love how sticky they are. But you can combat that with just spiders, or you can get pepper plants, which the spiders will prefer to live in, and they'll be living in that pepper plant, but they'll also be maintaining all the bugs and gnats that could be going into your plant.
So are you saying you're basically gonna purposely implant spiders into your field?
Exactly what we're gonna do, because our
I didn't know that.
Like that, dude.
so the whole goal is to be able to try to keep it as organic as possible. Not use any kind of pesticides, any kind of fertilizers. It'll all be natural, because on that farm we also plan to have sheep, because sheep produce the best kind of manure for fertilizer.
So so basically, Pixie, you're gonna be the one harvesting all of it, dealing with all the spiders and shit.
Oh fuck no.
What type of spiders do you even put in that?
Yeah.
Like just regular garden spiders, or?
So I won't put them in themselves. They'll just come on their own.
Oh,
The pepper plant will bring them in.
I hope it's the cute garden spiders. I really
Cute
do.
gar-
so
I don't
too.
think any spiders are cute.
No, they're kind of cute. They have those cute little faces and their big
You're
little
tripping
butts.
right now.
No, I'm like
I
terrified
mean-
of spiders, like dead ass. But like those ones are actually like I think they're kind of cute.
I mean, have you seen the spiders on TikTok that just got the
Yeah.
big eyes?
Okay,
big
I
curious
have, but it's
eyes?
just like there's no way like I could ever call a spider cute. I don't think. Like it's just like.
No, that's fair. I
They got
That's
some
fair.
gaggly
Okay,
legs.
would you ever pick one of those cute spiders up?
no, never,
Maybe.
never.
Maybe.
Would you ever like pick up a tarantula?
Yeah,
Oh fuck.
You
no.
would?
I would. If it was at like one of those zoo places and it's been picked up a lot before and it knows how to act, I'd be comfortable picking it up.
Bro, I worked at fucking Petco for
Mm.
over a year, dude. And I didn't work with any of those fucking things. I was too scared to work with those.
Fuck
bro.
that.
Like I'm not gonna work with a fucking tarantula.
How
But one time, I'm over there talking to one of my coworkers, and she didn't realize, but she opens up the containment, and they have like this lid on top, so they can't just run out right away, right?
Mm.
And she like goes to barely slide it open to feed it, and she didn't know it, but it was like right in the fucking corner, and it
jeez.
fucking ran out
Oh,
right
shit.
away, like went right by her fucking
Oh.
hand. And it like jumped on the ground, and it was like just a big fucking deal. I was like,
That-
"Holy
I could
shit,
not.
dude!"
That'd be
Scared
scary
the-
as fuck.
It scared the fuck out of me because like you're just chilling, not expecting a
Yeah.
fucking spider to
Yeah.
just run out right away,
Mhm.
and sure shit, it fucking ran out quick as
Especially a
fuck.
huge one that has to be inside of a cage.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's fucking.
And
it
just
was
having the
super-
mangle to try to get it back in with your hands.
No one touched that fucking.
No one
thing.
touched it.
No,
How did it end
no,
up getting
you-
back in?
Like I think what happened was we got a plastic container and they
Mhm.
just like put paper under it and
Okay,
did it that
good.
way. Because yeah, no, everyone was too fucking scared to deal with that, especially
Yeah.
knowing that it just ran out like
I
that.
feel like someone at Petco should at least be comfortable with handling spiders. You know?
I mean,
They
so
Mm.
like most of the people that are in aquatics are cool with it, but like
Okay.
they don't handle them with their hands, and if they do, they put gloves on or shit. But the thing is, she
Yeah.
was just doing like a regular daily feed, and she didn't have gloves on or anything.
Mm.
And like I said, normally you don't just run out like that, so it just like spooked everyone kind
Yeah.
of. But
Yeah.
Caught her completely off guard.
no, exactly, yeah, because you just put like little insects in there, and like
Mhm.
you usually just like it's literally like a split second. You open it, dump them in, and you're all good.
Mm.
And as soon as you open it, the fucker was out. So.
The motherfucker was out for blood.
Yeah, literally, dude. But tarantulas are actually pretty dope. I'll look at those,
Uh-huh.
and like this one specifically is like all blue, like literally just completely blue the whole
that's
thing.
dope.
And so that's cool, but still, just like how hairy they are and shit,
Mhm.
bro. And you can see their
Freaks
fucking
me out.
their fangs. The fact that you can see their fangs and like,
Nope.
yeah, I don't
Especially
want.
if it's like up in his web and you're looking at the underside or like its nasty belly.
Yeah, they're just disgusting. We got scorpions and shit in sometimes
shit.
too, but the only thing like that's I guess scary to a lot of people with
Mhm.
snakes. That's the only thing that I held that I actually fuck with.
Mm.
See, I really like snakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, snakes are dope. Eventually, I want my own, but right now it's just like, I don't got a big enough place for
Yeah.
something like that yet. So, but eventually, I want to have just a huge ass snake, bro.
Mm, it
That'd
would
be
be
so
cool.
dope.
Dude,
How
yeah.
it slithered all around your arm, or like when you see videos of them just slithering around people's necks, or just chilling on their shoulder.
Especially once I get comfortable with it too,
Mhm.
because like when you're around new like baby snakes, they're like really timid and shit, and like they're not trained really,
Mhm.
handheld trained because they're so young.
Yeah,
so
they're
like
still
you have
learning
to,
the world.
yeah, you have to like hold it and like get used to it, and like probably have it bite you a few
Mhm.
times when they're super young before it's like comfortable with people.
Mhm.
And so like once I get past that stage, or if I just buy a snake that's already kind of matured,
Yeah.
then I don't have to worry about that. But I also don't want to like just the fear of getting bit by a snake just terrifies me.
See,
Yeah.
I'm not scared of it at all. Like if a ball python were to bite me, like I wouldn't be scared of it, to be honest.
How big is a ball python?
What are you talking about?
Ball pythons don't get too terribly big. I homed my best friend's ball python.
Okay.
It had a neurological disorder and it would like wobble a lot though.
That would
So
be so cute.
yeah, no, it was freaking adorable. His name was Topsy. But
He's a little tipsy.
yeah, I don't know. They're really not that
I didn't know
scary.
snakes could have
I didn't know they could-
disorders like
I didn't
that.
know they
Yeah.
could be retard snakes.
Basically, it's they.
Can I say that on the podcast?
Yeah, no, it's you can say whatever the hell you want, bro.
Yeah, they have some gene. It's the spider gene, I believe,
Mhm.
and you're not supposed to breed that gene, but people do anyways. So never buy those snakes.
So there's a reason. Is there a reason why people breed that gene?
I mean, there's like a market.
Honestly, I don't know. Well,
just to have a dumb snake, or
maybe because they think it's cute or whatever. But that's like,
does it look weird? Does it look different?
They have trouble feeding as well, like because they can't get their food because their head wobbles. They can't like see.
Is their head constantly moving like that then?
Not constantly, but a lot. Yeah.
Did you pick that one up?
Huh?
Did you pick that snake up?
Yeah, he was He was about this big.
Oh, okay. So
he was not big.
Okay, see why you wouldn't be.
I was thinking when I think of snakes, I think of like just like big old long motherfucking big ass things, you know.
Like the big ones that got in the zoo.
See, no, like a huge one, like with its head this big.
I'm pretty good. It's been a minute.
I was about
Are you
to
cool?
you up, but I don't want to
I got the Puffco charger if you want to smoke after.
Fuck, I don't know.
Shit, you just may have to.
I don't really be smoking too much.
Not too much anymore?
Like, that Puffco, I already know it's gonna fuck me up.
I mean, that just depends on how fat of a dab you load up. So that part's on you.
If it does, I will.
Fuck you,
Bullshit,
bro.
I already offered
you
him
know
one.
I'm not doing that shit, bro. You gotta do it, bro.
Dude, I just don't feel like being that faded. Because I already know I'm gonna be that faded.
So don't take the whole dab. Pass it off when you feel like you're straight.
Alright, I'll pass it.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll hold it for you. Like, I'm not gonna hit it though.
Not even a little baby hit.
I won't hit any. Like I said, I did it that one time. That's it. This motherfucker still asks me every fucking day if I want to smoke. He goes, "So we getting high today?"
Oh, damn.
So,
Just trying to convince you. It's a whole sales pitch every time.
yeah, basically.
I feel that.
I mean, I'm sure one day again I'll do it, but
Nah,
it's just like,
today's the day, bro.
fuck you, dude.
That's how it is. Trying to convince my roommate because he doesn't smoke either, but he's interested in it. When I smoke, and like he'll ask me what I'm doing or like how it's working. And I've offered him a hit before. He's taken like one little baby hit, but after that,
So is he? So like that's really he doesn't smoke at all
yeah,
either.
he just doesn't smoke at all. It's just not his forte.
See, that's my type of guy, bro.
I mean,
Unless he's weird. Like, is he weird?
Fuck no, he's
not
just
at all.
fuck. He
Okay.
likes guns and shit too.
Does he
He
like
drinks
play
it.
any sports? Is there
Yeah, he's a
reason
cheerleader for Eastern.
oh shit.
No, no, like
Is he straight?
Yeah, he is with Walnut.
straight.
He is, of course, he's fucking straight. He got a girlfriend.
Is it
lives
one
out
of the
in-
cheerleaders?
No, she lives out in Wisconsin. I think Ashley lives in
I
Wisconsin
don't
right now.
know.
The
somewhere.
Or no, I think she actually
How are
lives
you in
Wyoming.
college and dating a girl
What?
that goes to Wisconsin? Lives
Because
in Wisconsin?
she lived
Because
in
she's
Eastern for the first
freaking
year.
awesome.
Yeah,
She what?
She went to Eastern for a year and then she
Okay.
just went back
Oh.
to Wisconsin because she wanted to do it online.
Oh shit.
Mhm,
So
and just hang
how
with
do
family.
they even see each other?
Just FaceTime, but her stepmom is actually a flight attendant,
Mm-hmm.
so he's able to get standby flights. So if he just goes to the airport, waits, and there happens to be a free seat, he can get a free flight to her and get a free flight back.
Damn.
So
That's
there
kinda
they
sick.
got their own little sick setup.
There you go. I
Mhm.
mean, if you really like someone, you'll do whatever it takes to make
Exactly.
it work, right? So,
And she does plan on coming back next year, possibly.
like going back to school here,
Well, she's is still going to school. She's just doing it online.
online.
But she may actually move back to Eastern and into Cheney.
So I'm guessing that's where her family's from.
I think her family's her family is from Wisconsin,
Okay,
but
I
she
was gonna
got
say, like, why would she just move to Wisconsin if her family's not there?
'cause fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
No, I think that's
That's a
boring
cold
shit.
ass fucking place to go to for no reason, bro.
And isn't it
I
really
don't know,
flat
what
too?
the fuck is in Wisconsin?
The only reason I
Jeez.
even like know about
Jeez.
Wisconsin is because the Packers.
The
bro.
guy in Mr.
Yeah.
Camden's
Like,
class.
Dude, have you heard about anything from Mr.
I
Camden?
have not seen that man for years.
I have him added on Facebook,
Holy
bro.
shit!
He ran for like a political position in Washington State like last
He
year or 2 years
did?
ago. But he literally left teaching, stopped teaching, retired from it like a year after we left or 2 years after we left.
Yeah, motherfucker quit after
And-
us.
Like went back to school or some shit, like law school or something like
Mhm.
that. Or maybe he was teaching at the college for a little bit, and then yeah, now he just looks like some fucking Harley biker guy, bro.
Holy
he looks
shit.
so weird now.
I mean, bro, he loved riding his bike to school every day. Mr. Camden was what was it, 7th grade?
Yeah,
He was our 7th grade math
and then we had
teacher.
Gexual too.
Oh yeah, wait. Oh shit.
Yeah, it
Mr.
was Gexual and Camden, bro.
Bro, he was a hoarder. Our teacher was a
was-
hoarder.
Gexual was a weird guy.
Yeah,
like
he was.
if you met him, bro, he was weird. He was weird as shit.
But I wonder
But
if
he
he
was
was-
cool. Like
He
every
was pretty
week
cool,
we'd
but
have
there's
like
a little something sus.
no, yeah, he was definitely weird. Like he was like
Yeah.
weird vibes,
like
bro.
weird.
He was a
Yeah.
hoarder, so he always like picked up shit from garage sales and he would bring it to the class. Because
Like he
guess
brought
what?
like
That'd be me
like
as a
the
teacher.
top- yeah.
Panini press, a
hot dog maker, like
oven.
just like weird ass shit, like a little
Popcorn
like single
machine.
hot dog maker, and like you'd put it in there, and like he'd be like, all right, we're having hot dogs today, and we just or you just bring like a
Oh yeah,
little
it was a hot dog and it cooked the buns too.
yeah. Literally, all at once, bro. This guy, he'd bring like little things like this every fucking week, and we
That's awesome.
like we just try new snacks and stuff like that. He was super cool, just very, very weird.
And he always flexed how much he saved up and like how little he spent. Because he was like one of those penny pinchers. Like if you could get it cheaper at a yard sale, or if you can get it cheaper at like Goodwill or some other place, he would go there and get it. And he'd constantly flex. He's like, "Oh, I can retire long enough for 7 lifetimes." You remember him saying that?
I don't remember that, but dude, I just remember how fucking weird he was. He was cool, but he was fucking weird.
Ever just watched movies in there too.
So was Mr. Camden, because Mr. Camden was literally like 5'5", like just some super fucking short dude.
He would always talk shit.
Literally, he'd like literally talk shit to us, bro, and we talk shit to him, and he'd be cool with it.
Bro,
so,
I literally fucking fought, like kind of like fought him. Like he would go to kick me, and I had to grab his leg.
I remember that. I remember
just held it up
with each other. What's going on, dog?
Motherfucker was just nuts.
But yeah, Camden was fucking funny as shit. Do you remember like the last day of school?
Gosh.
What happened with me and Adolfo?
No, what happened? Or maybe once you reiterate, it'll
the last day of school, bro. I forgot what it was, but like me, I know you were fucking there because I said something to you after, or like you might have been the one to like stop it or some shit. But or actually no, you weren't. You weren't the one who stopped it. Camden was, but fucking.
I remember Camden.
We're chilling, bro. And like it was like just like a last day of school party kind of, and I go up to Adolfo was sitting there talking to like Celeste, I think, and like I said something to her, and he goes, who you talking to? I go, her, bro. And then like he like said some smart remark, and I was like, bro, what are you talking about? And then he pushed me up against the door, and I shoved him off, and like we both got chest to chest, and like we're about to like go, and then fucking Camden like runs up, he goes, break it the fuck up, and then like Adolfo just goes running out the fucking door. And I think I went and talked to you after. Like I sat down next to you and like we just like, dude, I don't even know what the fuck happened.
Yeah, because we were outside and you just came up and said you went and talked to Celeste and some shit went down.
Yeah, dude, like literally you just got pissed off for no reason. And then and then he left, and then he went outside and he flipped off Mr. Loomis as he's walking away. He was our assistant principal, and it was just like, yeah, I mean, I didn't even do shit, bro. He just pressed me for no reason. Like I was just talking to some chick, bro, and it like. He was just there and got pissed.
He was afraid you were stealing his girl.
But, I mean, God, that shit was so stupid. But it's just like 7th grade bullshit, you know. I haven't seen him since though. So
really?
But I mean, have you? Like,
I haven't seen Adolfo.
But
there's been so many motherfuckers that have just like ran out. So I remember, did you have Mr. Hunter at the junior high at all?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, but there's this one guy in our class named Jared, and he yelled "fuck you" at Mr. Hunter, and I think it was just because he was being stubborn about his assignment, and he wasn't wanting to do it. So he yelled "fuck you" to the teacher, and he walked out. And the last thing I ever remember of seeing this kid was him just walking across the parking lot while I was looking out the window. And I've never seen him again. No activity on Snapchat, no nothing.
That's weird, bro.
It's like, hopefully he's a hobo now.
Did you ever have any like weird teachers that you didn't like in high school or anything like that? Like just creepy ass teachers or like anyone that give you like weird vibes or anything like that?
Like the vibe was definitely off.
Okay. There was this one teacher, Miss Poshton. She was just kind of a bitch, to be honest. And one time, I was literally wearing a tank top, right? And she was like, "You need to zip up your sweater." And I was like, "Bro, like, I got nothing there. Like, you're really like."
I'm just flat.
Okay, I'm sorry. Like, no one. Oh, whatever. But yeah, she was like. She looked like a little witch.
Oh.
She was creepy as fuck.
I feel like we all have those teachers.
Bro, it's always old people.
There's literally always that one teacher though. Like just always that one teacher that just feels the need to say like just dude, why you even gotta say anything, bro? Like it's not that big of a deal, you know.
It's like you're the only person that's fucking looking, and we know that because you decided to say.
Did you ever have Mr. Schmitten?
Yeah.
He was like, dude, I've heard from like 4 girls, dude, that like he was like creepy as fuck. So like,
he did get hella.
Remember when I was dating Bethany?
Yeah.
He fucking he went up to her one time and like she had a necklace, a low hanging necklace, and she had like a V cut shirt, right? And he goes, "Oh, your necklace is off," and he reached down and moved it for her. So like right in her cleavage type shit, like just move that shit. And then another time. Fuck, I hope no teachers see that.
Well, like that.
Right?
Another time, I guess if anything happens to him, it's his fucking fault. But
another
time, he's standing next to her and he looks and she looks back and he has his hand in his pants and she sees it and he leans over and he goes, "Sorry, just making an adjustment."
Holy shit!
I'm like, Dude,
Bruh.
that is not okay, bro.
I did not see that side of Schmidt, bro. Like, he was a hella good teacher for me because, like, I had him for geometry and algebra. He was hella chill, but he did get up in people's business when he would talk to them. Like, he would be leaning right over their shoulder.
Yeah. And then I've had, like, 2 or 3 girls outside of that tell me that, like, they've caught him staring at their asses and shit. I'm like, bro, that's, like... That's some creepy ass shit.
That's
bro.
too much, especially if you're a teacher, bro. And you're at the high school all fucking day.
Yeah, I mean, I fuck with Schmidt, but like when you hear shit like that, it's just like, dude,
it makes you question it.
Especially when like you're married and you got kids.
Yeah,
and shit,
he lives down the street from me too. Like I would
literally
go by
actually, yeah, he does live down the street from you.
Yeah,
so that's crazy. I remember when I went to your house, bro. We went walking. Yeah. We went to that viewpoint, kind of. We walked down there. It was when you were like dog sitting for those one people. Who were those? I think it was my aunt and uncle that just lived right down the street. Yeah, and then we went in the backyard and like they had the 2. I think they were bigger dogs, weren't they?
Oh yeah, they had a Saint Bernard and a German Shepherd. And
then they had a big shop with like a Jeep in there or some shit, or like an older car or something. Maybe I'm tripping.
Oh wait, no. I was dog sitting people, but they were across the street from my aunt's house.
Okay.
So that was just their neighbors.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I remember that, bro. And then I got videos on my Snapchat of us like hanging out back in like fucking 2017, 2018.
Yeah, to see that baby face now. Both ends, like holy shit.
Couldn't fucking grow facial hair or nothing, bro. But
I mean, just short hair.
Do you ever look back? This is for both of you. But do you guys ever look back at high school and miss it at all?
I miss the tight knit community because it does feel like everybody just goes off on their own adventures and off on their own paths. And that is part of life. For people to develop in their own characters.
Do you ever miss anything about high school?
Yeah, I miss the tight knit community and just everybody being together for like what seems like the last time ever. Just casually fart in the chair as I'm talking.
That'd be great.
How about you?
Yeah, I miss like being so close with people like you were, because you see people like every day, you know. As is now, you like gotta work and you gotta do this, that, and the fucking other thing. But I don't. I really don't.
Where'd you grow up at?
I grew up in Athol, Idaho, and then Coeur d'Alene.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you don't think those are very big places?
They're not too big, no.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay. Have you ever went to the Coeur d'Alene casino?
I have, yeah.
How do you like that?
I thought it was cool that you could smoke inside. I thought that was really fun. I don't know. It wasn't...
It's probably just normal to you because, like, you've lived there your whole life. So, I've never been to Coeur d'Alene. Like, all right. I mean, I might have when I was younger, but not recently. But I don't know. From all I've heard, I feel like there's a lot more stuff to do there than there is here. But I guess like when you, I guess that goes for anywhere probably. When you haven't been somewhere, there's just a lot of new stuff to see. So.
See, like here, there's gonna be so much for me to do and experience.
Oh yeah.
As is like Coeur d'Alene is so fucking boring to me. And,
how long are you guys here till Monday?
Yeah.
What do you have planned out?
So tomorrow we're gonna be running all around Wenatchee. I'm just gonna be showing her all of the schools that I've been to and all the like the good spots and just places that are really like home to me and that I've been able to enjoy.
Yeah.
And it brought really good experiences.
Was this the first time you've met his parents?
Yes.
How was that?
It went pretty good. She was a little worried about just them not liking her, but of course they were gonna like her. And leaving it, they were hella happy to have met her, and they were so excited.
I feel like as guys, bro, the parents are always cool with the girl. I feel like it's a little different on the girl's side. Like the girl's parents are usually a little bit more like.
Well.
A little bit more strict about it.
I mean, the way I met her mom was a little funny. So. Her brother had started texting me on like Instagram and kind of just like, you know, being the younger brother and just talking a little smack. And so I was talking smack back. And long story short, I got around to saying something within the lines of, "Oh, I'll fuck your mom too." And he didn't take that the best. And he showed his mom the messages. And so
she didn't like him very much.
Yeah.
But she also thought he was someone else at first, so.
Yeah, so there's a little mixed signals there, but...
That's crazy, bro. How old's your brother?
He is 17 now.
Fucking knocked your ass out, bro.
Yeah, he did.
Dude, yeah.
It's funny, because he started talking shit, too. He was the one that started the whole debacle.
He just DM'd you, or what? Like, what happened?
He just started DMing me.
Crazy.
And I didn't know how he had started. I was literally just at work while he's texting me, and I was like, what the
just randomly, like... So, were you guys dating at this point?
No, we weren't. We were still just talking.
and he just randomly just texts you and just starts shooting shit.
Yeah, he had texted me on Instagram before, and we just like chit chat, like just regular talk, just
okay,
like
so
Snapchatting.
it was cool before, so it probably wasn't out of the place of being like an asshole. It was just like him fucking with you.
It wasn't just like complete out of place. Like I've never DM'd him before or texted him.
Okay, I was gonna say like if he just randomly like just reached out to you and just started like
that would be weird. I'd be like, bro, what the fuck did I ever do? But now I understand why he can be a little salty when I'm over. But we moved past it and we're hella cool now, and there's no worries about it.
So, do you guys? I mean, Eastern's not very far from where you live, I'm guessing, right? Where your family's from?
It's an hour away.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So,
it's still a little bit of a trip.
Yeah.
It's quite a bit of a trip to make every other few days.
Yeah. I mean, how often do you come back here to when actually?
Shit, bro. Probably like a few times out of the year. Probably it's usually about like every other month or once a month maybe. And sometimes I'm here for less than 24 hours before I'm in and out.
I think that happened last time. I think I remember texting you and you said you were coming, and then like you were only here for like literally a day.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that's fucking
Like,
stupid.
sometimes I'll come in like super late at night. Like I'll leave work at like 10 o'clock. I'll get here like midnight, 1 a.m. And then I'll leave like early afternoon the next day.
What's the point of that though? Just like come see your family or what?
Usually it's to come see family or just come smoke up my buddy. Come smoke up Cody or bring stuff.
Cody still lives here?
Oh yeah, he lives up by the junior high. He lives right up above there.
So he lives right by my parents where I used to live then.
I remember up by that park where you were below like Sterling, right?
Above Sterling.
Above
two
Sterling,
streets
yeah.
above Sterling. And Isaac, my roommate, he was 1 street above Sterling, and I was 2 streets above.
Our brother's hella nice then. Just being able to snag him up before school.
Yeah, and then you said Spencer Mott was another one of your partners for the cannabis thing, right?
So he's super good with computers and being able to write programs and building websites and building interfaces.
So he does
people.
code then?
Oh yeah, he's really into code, and he went over to Central and he did some coding classes over there as well.
Mm-hmm.
But he decided to just kick out of Central because it just wasn't his forte.
Mm-hmm. You should give me his fucking Snapchat so I can talk to him about that, because I got shit where I could probably hook him up with some gigs and shit. I know a lot of people who need that and whatnot, and it'd probably be helpful with me eventually too.
Oh yeah, that would be amazing, because I want to be able to get you onto our team as well, into the cannabis industry, in providing like a huge marketing platform and getting our name out there. Because I know that Spencer, he'd definitely be down to do a little side gig and get some websites going for other people.
So the thing with cannabis is that
it's hard on social media.
The marketing part on social media might be a little fucked.
Yeah.
Because of how heavily restricted it is, because it's not federally legal yet, and so that might be fucked. But there's workarounds. So, like, there's certain phrases and stuff around products that you can word things in order to not get it marked, like flagged, basically. So like I'm sure there's ways, but I'm guessing a lot of your ad spend would have to be on like I mean, actually you probably or what are you gonna be doing actually? Like what's your I need to go deeper into like what your actual plans are of like just building a farm, or you try to like make a brand and then build a shop too eventually, or
so the way the licensing works is that you can only have one of I believe that there's 4 licenses. It could be 3, but there's cultivation, production, and then there's the packaging. I forgot the specific term for it, and then there's selling. So you can sell wholesale from farm to a wholesaler. So you need a farming license, wholesaling license, and then a public sales license. I forgot the exact term for it. I'm just blanking right now. But so the initial plan is to start as a farmer and just be able to sell wholesale and get a majority of our startup money from that, because it's really cheap to produce marijuana. Because once you get a single plant, what's really cool about it is that you can clone it. So you can just clip off a branch and you can resoil it, and it'll grow an entire new plant. It'll be exactly identical to the mother plant. And so you kind of just have an unlimited supply of plants with every one that you grow. And it's
crazy. So I actually like not really I mean I have like an in kind of in the cannabis industry. My dad's best friend is actually the person who opened up the first weed shops in all of America.
Oh shit.
Was Washington the first place to get legal?
I think it was Colorado.
Okay, and then Washington was next.
Yeah.
So he was the first person who opened up weed shops in Washington.
Damn.
So the Happy Crop Shop, the one in East Wenatchee and Cashmere, all his. He opened those up, but at the time he didn't have like good enough credit to fully fund it himself. So he went in with 3 business partners. Now he has it running, so where he has like everyone running it for him basically, and he just sits back and collects money from just owning the business. And I know last year or it might have last year or 2 years ago, just from owning it, not doing any work, he and being a 25% owner of the business, made $400,000.
Holy crap!
Just not doing anything. He said he goes, probably works like 2 hours every like 2 weeks, just like kind of like looking at the numbers, making sure everything's looking good still. And besides that, like he doesn't really do anything. He has like a condo in Malibu or in Maui. And then he bought a house in Vancouver, Washington, because they actually got another license to open up another weed store, but this time he's fully funding it himself, so he gets all the profits. He's gonna have 100% ownership of it.
Holy crap, there's gonna be a lot of dough coming in.
Yeah, so he does that, and then his parents, they used to do the farming. That's why I was like interested in talking to you, because his parents actually went bankrupt from farming, I'm pretty sure.
Dang.
So because I thought that he said like the farming part isn't as profitable as actually owning a business, but actually owning an actual business is a lot more expensive to start up as well. But I'm pretty sure what he said is just because like the farmers get taxed a fuck ton or something like that.
And the amount of licenses that you have to get, they can be 5 to 6 figures just for a license to grow, and you gotta get another license to sell to a wholesaler, and you gotta make sure that the county that you're in is gonna allow you to own that farm and let you grow marijuana on it. Yeah. And you got another restriction that I see a lot in Oregon is that you can't be placed next to another marijuana farm. So there can't be like a belt of them. They have to be a certain miles or certain acreage away from each other. You just gotta have them all spread out. Okay. But the goal is, it would be nice to get our own dispensaries going as well in the long run.
Yeah, I think he said to get his license to get his single shop, this new one open, I think it was like $250,000 or $400,000, just some insane amount just to get the license, because like each state only gives out a certain amount of licenses at a time or some shit like that. And yeah, just insane amount of money. But like you said, once you get it up and running, dude, they're so fucking profitable. Like the stores themselves. Like I'd have to talk to him about the whole farming thing a little bit more, because I know his parents did do it. I don't know if they still do, but I'm pretty sure like they got fucked off that.
I wonder if they had started when it was illegal.
Yeah, I'd have to find out, but I can talk to him and get back to you on that.
Oh yeah, that'd be amazing.
I'm sure it'd probably be like useful information for you,
especially to figure out the inner workings of how he had started up his business. And that's what's cool about taking the entrepreneurship classes over at Eastern, is some of the courses have that implemented into like the lectures, and what you have to do to get the credits is you have to shadow some like business owners or small business owners in the local area, like Spokane or Cheney. So I'm gonna see if I can get into some of the dispensaries. That's
one thing I wanted to bring up too, is like how that you're taking an entrepreneurship class in college. How is that class structured? Like what all do they have you do? What do you do in that class?
So I'm not to the entrepreneurship classes yet. I'm mainly in the business ones right now, because I just finished up my gen ed classes. And so once I get to those, I'll be able to have a lot better description on like what we'll be doing. And a lot of it depends on the teachers, but they want us to be going out into the community a lot, and it's a lot of group projects and working together. Like right now we have a group project that we have to come up with something that'll help the community out better, and something that'll help out the people and just make the community a lot closer. And so it's just a lot of group work now.
So the only problem I have with like business classes or entrepreneur classes in college is I find it hard to listen to someone teach about business or entrepreneurship when they've never done it themselves. Like they're literally they're out of college being a professor, and I just find it hard to listen to someone that's not that doesn't actually implement what they're teaching themselves.
That's what's funny, because like a lot of the professors that I've had always say, you're fortunate I'm here being a professor, because I could be somewhere else doing something more of my profession, making a lot more money. Like my economics professor, not even
do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like not even 2 days ago, my economics professor said, yeah, I got a PhD in economics, I could be doing something that makes a lot more money, but I'm here teaching instead. I was like, oh yeah, well, I mean, thanks.
Yeah, that makes that's just so fucking stupid to me, bro.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
I don't know. That's never made sense to me.
Down the
like why wouldn't you, if you have like certain qualifications or like you know what to do to make more money, why wouldn't you do that then?
Yeah. Why would you sort yourself? Kind of like what Smitten would say sometimes too. Like he's been offered job positions that would pay him 6 figures and above to do accounting or economic work for all these high up companies. He's like, and he said the same thing.
One thing I do have to say though about that is that you kind of have to find a happy medium. because if you don't have that happy medium, and you're just doing a job solely for money,
Yeah.
you're probably gonna live a pretty sad life. Like you're not gonna feel very fulfilled if
Yeah.
you're literally only working at a job for the money, and you're gonna hate your job because you got to realize that you spend 40 hours a week at your job. The average person does, and
not including
over-
time
yeah,
traveling to it.
over the course of your life. That's like I don't know the numbers, so like that, but that's a huge percentage of your life. You spend like 50% of your life working at a job. So why would you want to do something that you hate? You know?
Yeah, it's over a third of your life. I feel like because everybody's working from like what 16 years old until 60, 75?
65 is the age of retirement, I believe.
Damn.
So I mean, you gotta think there's fucking 50 years of just working, and you're working 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. So it's a shit ton of time.
Yeah.
And the way I view it, and the reason why I've never, like, one big reason I didn't want to go to college and stuff is because I just found it hard to just, like, settle for something. Because I feel like I just have big goals, honestly.
Yeah, and that's great to have big goals to be striving for.
And, like, I feel like college a lot of times, not for all people, but it's just for, like, it's just, like, such an average route because everyone does it. So
yeah, everyone's told go to college after high school.
Go to college, get a job, work that job your whole life, and that just doesn't like sound good to me. Like if I worked a job till I was 65, bro, just doing some like fucking
miserable.
Yeah, just job I got from my degree, I'd fucking hate my life, bro.
I don't get how people can do that.
That's not how I'm wired, you know. So and like, but also I get like a lot of people are wired to just go to school. They like the structure. So that's one thing I will say about having a job and going to school and all that is that it's very structured. Yeah. So if you're like a person that doesn't like doing things on their own, they just like getting told what to do and like having a very structured schedule every day and don't have to worry about anything else, then that's fine. That's perfect for you.
Yeah.
But like for me,
those
like,
are robots.
Exactly. Like for me, I want to have like I have big fucking goals and I want to make a legacy for myself. And it's
and you like work for yourself.
Exactly. Like I have a hard time I mean, not listening to other people, but just the thought of having someone else tell me what to do my whole life is just such a fucking
micromanaged for 40 hours a week.
Yeah, no,
a third of your life being micromanaged. No, that would be terrible.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the cool thing about like my current job right now is it's super like flexible. So my boss, we're a small company. There's only the owner, me and my other manager. So I do all the social media managing, and I also do all the marketing or not all the marketing. I do TikTok ads right now, and then I know Google and Facebook ads as well.
Oh, that's dope.
And then the other manager, he's like the operations manager, so he's the one who runs all the Facebook and Google ads, and then something called native ads, which is like when you look at like websites for say. And then you see like little like ads pop up on the sides or at the bottom. Those are native ads.
Oh, cool.
Okay, cool.
And so he runs all those, and then so that's what he does. And then I just make like TikTok ads for our clients, and stuff like that. And then I run all the social medias for our clients. Like I make all the posts for them and whatnot, which is a fucking pain in the ass, dude. That's one thing I will say.
So many accounts.
I don't have like I'm not into graphic design. Like my thing is I'm into branding, so I know how to like grow accounts and like make them look good, but I don't know how to make the content for like the thing is we only do marketing for window replacement companies. You know how hard it is to make content for a fucking window manufacturer? like we're talking about windows.
Dude,
like
break windows things. And be like, look, now get a better window from them.
Exactly. So making social media posts for that is a pain in the ass, dude. Because like, I got to think of like fun window facts and shit like that. And it's just like you got to really be creative when you're thinking of like.
And that's why I want to be able to bring you into the cannabis industry because one, we would be working for ourselves. We wouldn't have any higher ups. And fuck micromanaging. Never have I seen micromanaging be a productive. Well, it's never been productive enough to the employees' care because people have forgotten to just care about the employee as well. They've always just been caring about the customer at this point.
I will say for that, marketing wise, what I'd probably do in the cannabis industry, I'd focus less on ad spend because, like I said, a lot of it's not going to get accepted and focus more so on the like branding part because you're allowed to talk about things online, but you're not allowed to spend money to talk about those things. And so probably like right now, say if you had it right now, what I'd do is you want to build a social following, and like you in order to really build a brand in that industry, you probably want to do something like Mike Tyson has done or Snoop Dogg, and like become like the brand yourself basically, and be talking about it and like
all the time,
and like doing shit like this. So like you going on shows talking about like podcasts and stuff like that, and then you want to make that
up our weed, passing it around.
Exactly, like Tory Lanez has his own weed too, and so like you want to, and he does like all these shows and stuff and talks about all these people that they're on social media and doing all this stuff advertising their weed, and then when like say I obviously don't have a lot of people watching this, not a ton, but I have like 200 viewers, let's say.
Hey, that's
still
200 people.
Say, for some reason, a lot of it's from fucking California. Me and I were just looking at my numbers. Like 80% of my viewers are from fucking California for some reason. I don't know why, but so like let's say 10 of those fucking 200 viewers know who you are already. The other 190 are a completely new audience to you, and so once you have this brand started, like you do something like this, and then they're like, oh shit, like they fuck with me, and they're like, well, if I'm cool with you, then like might as well like just fucking try out your shit, you know?
Yeah, cascade.
And so when you start going on these shows, you're showing people that like other people trust you, and when you do that,
got a reliable, safe product.
Exactly. So like it's a no like trust factor, because no one will buy from you if they don't know you, if they don't like you, and they don't trust you.
Yeah, because it'd be no name, no face, and they'd be like, who's this mysterious person?
Exactly.
Just out of the blue, and who do they have to back them?
And yeah, so that's going to be the biggest thing, honestly, and a big platform you want to use, or not necessarily just this, but like TikTok is going to be one of the biggest platforms. And you like I said, with all if you start doing more stuff like this, when you actually have it built out and everything, then you can take clips of that, and then you can post the same clip on TikTok, on Instagram Reels, on YouTube Shorts, and on Snapchat Spotlight, and then on TikTok as well. So you have the same video going over 4 platforms, and the odds are, I mean, even if you get fucking 200 views on each video, that's 800 views from one video. And like when I was really going hard, I was posting 2 videos a day on Instagram. And like there's videos where I'd post where I'd get over 1 million views, and it's like if you do that, and you do that every day, and you stay consistent with it, you have fucking millions and millions of people seeing your face and seeing who you are,
and it creates that many platforms too. It makes it sound so much more reliable.
Exactly. When you scale, you wanna cross platform, because no one knows what's gonna happen to TikTok tomorrow. Yeah, they could go bankrupt and shut down. You know.
Sure, but I have seen TikTok get a lot more like lenient with posting weed. I see people actually smoking weed on there now, or like rolling it up and showing it in the cameras. Yeah, it's only like
verified people. TikTok's so weird.
Yeah,
it's like
I mean,
so biased.
So the way TikTok works is that it's varied by demographic. So like in US, so it's controlled by the respective countries, and so like in China, they have it set to where the only things that their people can see on TikTok are educational TikToks. Oof. So like they can only see like stuff about entrepreneurship, business, school stuff, information stuff. They're not seeing, but like but like you got to think about this though. Like they're still 60-second videos, and people still have short attention spans, so they're still watching it, and a lot of times they're still getting information. What the fuck do you see when you go on TikTok a lot of times? Like
garbage.
Okay, bullshit. Maybe not you guys, but like majority of people, especially majority of guys, are gonna see fucking girls shaking their ass, doing dumb dances and stuff. Exactly. Like you just see like
half naked women.
Like, yeah, constantly. Exactly. Like just nuke trends of like girls dancing and whatnot. Yeah, and it's like that's all these people are seeing, and so like I said, it's each country is able to do whatever they want with it, and China has like those strict policies to where their people can only see like the smart stuff that's actually going to help benefit them, versus us, we just get to see whatever the fuck we want.
We just get to see stuff that dumb us down.
Literally dumb us down. Like, I mean, I don't think seeing a girl fucking twerking is going to make me any smarter.
Like a lot of the time, sometimes I'll see people always talk about drop shipping, or other people talking about like.
Well, yeah, so that's
I want to try that shit so bad.
Yeah, so TikTok's the only platform though as well, where instead of showing you stuff based off the people you follow, it shows you based off of impressions and what you've proven to watch in the past. So if you watch,
it is insane. It's so
like, if you watch like a 60-second video of an entrepreneurship video, and like you watch the full video, it's gonna show you more of those versus and also fucking crazy. It sounds awful, but your phone listens to it all the time.
It does.
And
That part.
every time you talk about something, like if we talk about like shoes right now, and I just keep saying shoes,
Shit, man,
you're gonna
Jordan
see advertisements online
Yeah.
on Facebook and stuff, especially Facebook.
probably gonna go home and
Meta
see
does
the
that a fuck
Jordans.
ton. Meta does that so much.
Mhm.
So Instagram and Facebook, if you talk about something, you will see that as an
I
advertisement.
feel like they've gotten deeper than talking though. Somehow I've seen stuff pop up on ads that I've only thought about.
That's
and
what
stuff I've only thought
I
about
swear to
once.
God, that shit's happened to me too.
Yeah, like I have,
But it's like they
Dude,
there's
yeah,
no
like
way of them.
songs will play right after I think about them, and
Yo,
I'll think
dead
about,
ass, dude.
you know what? I really want to listen to Ski Mask, right? And it played almost the whole way to his house, and I was like, bitch,
so many
what
Ski
the
Mask songs.
fuck?
Or, like something will pop up on Amazon where I just like go to surf it. I'm like, holy shit! I never even said that word, but showing me a whole list.
That
of
has
songs I
happened to
want.
me so many times, and it's kind of fucking scary because it's like
It's really scary.
you don't realize how much control the government actually has of us.
That part.
And where
Like-
all of this information is going, it's just all going to a giant database.
Like
into
one
Reddit.
thing, do you know who
Yes.
Edward Snowden is?
No.
He's the reason we know that our phones are listening to us at all times.
Mhm.
He in 2010, the Obama administration, he was working for him,
Mhm.
and he was doing he was like a hacker for him, right? Like a official government hacker,
Oh, that's
and
insane.
he like asked about a software, like what all this was doing, and he was like, I don't think this is okay that we can be watched. Oh yeah, because they could also see through your cameras at all times. And he was like, I don't think this is okay. And he tried talking to the government officials, and they're like, well, you can't say anything about it.
Ooh.
And he like took a microchip and like fucking leaked it all online, like all the
Damn.
information.
Holy
And now and then he moved to Russia right away because
Mhm.
U.S. like put out. Fuck.
Oh, they did
He
U.S.
exposed him, and now he's not allowed to come. Like he has
Holy
a
fuck.
warrant out for him. Like I guess he has for like 10 years.
Uh-huh.
But like I mean, it's more than that. But it's just like crazy to think that some guy actually like tells the truth about what's going on in the government, and the government wants to fuck him up, like fuck him over basically. But
Yeah.
he just got granted Russian citizenship, I think like last week or 2 weeks ago. Or
Holy
some
shit.
So
Fuck
They
yeah.
probably wanted to fight against the U.S. in this shit now.
dude, but that is with wars and shit. That's kind of scary. The
Yeah.
climate we're in right now. It's
Mhm.
because I follow like all like a few different news pages and stuff. And like, dude, it's just fucking crazy the times we're in. Because like, especially, I think what scares me the most about that though is the fact that there's nukes.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm,
just the
end of
fact
world
that
can happen like
just the
that.
fact that some guy can press a fucking button and end a.
And we're dead.
Bro,
Yeah,
at the-
exactly, dude.
At the end of our conversation, we could be dead.
Like, okay,
Any
yeah,
second.
okay. I mean,
Any
that got
fucking
pretty
second.
dark real quick.
Yeah.
But I
I
mean,
mean, yeah.
But
I
like,
mean, it is true. Like, it is true though.
That's a scary reality.
yeah.
The fact that like one person can have power, that's really fucking insane. And the fact, one thing that scares me too is Putin's already came out and said that like if he's not afraid to end the whole world. He said that if
He said that?
yeah, he said, I mean, this is like 2 months ago or 3 months ago when the Ukraine
Shit.
war like was kind of in like the middle of
Yeah.
it. He goes, if they don't let us take this property and the Western countries try and back Ukraine, I'm not afraid of like total world destruction.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like also when it started getting rumored that the reason why he said that is because he has cancer. And
Oh.
it's not official that he has
His
cancer,
last
but like
stand.
that's what people are people are guessing that he has cancer.
Which it's terrifying if he's gonna die and
Yeah,
he's like,
he's like,
you
if
know
I'm
what,
gonna
fuck
die-
you all, I'm gonna take y'all with me.
Fuck the world.
Exactly. So here I'm gonna pull up some shit
Yeah.
just in like the last like 2 days of like
Yeah.
the shit that's going on.
What's also hella cool about technology nowadays is like on TikTok, you see shit in war. Like I see people fire. Yeah, on my
No,
TikTok
yeah.
page,
Yeah, you
I see
definitely
people
do.
firing at tanks.
Yeah.
I see helicopters getting shot down. I see people rushing the pits. I see people getting shot all the time. I see people pulling up on the campsites.
I see girls twerking.
We're definitely on different sides of TikTok.
I'm good. That's good. That's good.
I'm
I'm
seeing
glad.
war and you're just seeing ass.
She's like, yeah, I don't want you seeing that stuff.
Yeah,
It's all right.
exactly.
Right.
Honestly, I'm okay seeing the guns and the blow up things. It's movies in real life. It's cool.
And I'm just like, boobs.
Just mesmerized by the jiggle.
Dude, there's so many pretty girls on TikTok.
There is.
So
I will
many
say that.
pretty
There's a lot of
girls
beautiful
on
girls on
TikTok.
There is a lot of beautiful girls.
That's just how it is on any social media platform. They're
I mean,
obviously
yeah.
gonna
But, like,
have a
TikTok's,
presence because they
I
want
feel
that
like-
following and they want that attention.
Yeah.
They do. It is very attention seeking.
It's just validation for them.
Okay, so yesterday, A senior European Union official has warned that if Russia uses a nuclear weapon in Ukraine, Western countries would respond militarily and will annihilate Russia. In remarks, UN Foreign Policy Chief Joseph Borrell said Putin is saying he is not bluffing. Well, he cannot afford bluffing. And it has to be clear that the people supporting Ukraine in the European Union, the member states in the United States, and NATO are not bluffing neither. Any nuclear attack against Ukraine will create an answer, not a nuclear answer, but a such powerful answer that from the military that the Russian army will be completely annihilated. This comes as U.S. officials have said that there would be catastrophic consequences if Russia were to use a nuclear weapon in Ukraine. When pressed for more information, senior U.S. officials have declined to comment on what the consequences Russia would face would be. NATO Chief Jens Stoltenberg has also warned of severe consequences if Russia uses nuclear weapons, saying there would be a sharp response, almost certainly drawing a physical response from many allies, potentially from NATO itself. So that was yesterday, and then on top of another thing that happened yesterday was President Putin attends the Sika summit, where the presidents of Kazakhstan, Iran, Qatar, Kyrgyzstan, Palestine, Tajikistan, Turkey, Uzbekistan, for a high-level meeting. In addition, Russia president also held sideline meetings with the president of Emir of Qatar, president of Palestine, the president of Turkey, and the Chinese delegation. Members of the Sika include Uzbekistan, Bahrain, Cambodia, China, Egypt, India, Iran, Iraq, Israel, Jordan, Kazakhstan, Mongolia, Pakistan, Palestine, Republic of Korea, Russia, Tajikistan, Thailand, Turkey, United Arab Emirates, Uzbekistan, and Vietnam. So those countries versus all the Western countries, basically. So it's all those countries would be against like United States, Canada, all the European countries, and Australia.
Oh Jesus!
So I mean, it's already splitting sides like that. So this is already like that's their group, and then NATO and us, and then Australia. So like this is like the World War III is already kind of forming, and you got to think. So there's already
sides have already been picked,
and you got to think too. We're basically like one war away from having World War III, because World War III is just multiple wars going on across the world. There's the war in Ukraine. There's the war in Palestine, because they're fighting for Palestine. It's free Palestine and free. Do you know the other one?
Free women?
Did you say free women?
I don't know.
There's two countries fighting for free Palestine and free Israel. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's fight for Israel and fight for Palestine, and that's one of the world's wars. And then there's also fucking China and Taiwan. So and so basically like literally one more war, and we're technically in like a world war. So I mean. It's pretty scary times, but I mean
they're about to find out why we don't have free
healthcare. This stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's better because then you're not living in fear.
Exactly. I don't like knowing because
then you kind of have like that thought.
America.
And
I'm just
because then you kind of have that thought in the back of your head where you're kind of always thinking about like fuck, like I could die any moment.
Exactly. So if I'm just like in my own little world, like everything's fine, the world is beautiful and amazing.
Post Malone said, "But best ignorance is bliss."
Exactly.
I mean, yeah. I mean, to an degree, it definitely is. But like I said, to an degree, because like for me, I just like knowing what's going on, just so I can better prepare myself if something does happen.
No, that's good. You should be doing that.
But I mean, yeah, there's got to be a happy medium too, because like I also don't let that shit run my life. Like knowing that I'm not gonna like go like just doomsday prep and fucking just full on panic about this. Like, we're not there yet, and when the time comes, if it does come, then I'll be ready. But it's like I'm not gonna like my life's not gonna evolve around this one situation because I still have my own life and shit I gotta do.
Yeah, you're not gonna be fixated on oh shit, am I gonna die tomorrow?
Exactly. No, and I think anyone that is that's another way to have a very sad life is to be worrying all the time. And I think that's like a problem for like a lot of people. Not just with like war necessarily, but people who like have anxiety and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I've had anxiety in the past, but it's just like, God, I feel for those people because like living a life like where you're so scared, or people that have been abused growing up, who have been through like trauma, and like they have that constant worry about like threat. It's just like, dude, that's gotta be so fucking shitty.
Just constantly
like, just a constant worry, dude. And I mean, like I said, to a degree, it's okay, but because like you always got to be like okay, like worried to like just to protect yourself.
Yeah.
If you have like no instinct,
sense of danger.
Like if you have no instincts of worriness, then you're probably just gonna end up you're just so susceptible to being attacked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can't be completely devious to like the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there has to be a happy medium to where like you know enough, but you also are able to live your life and not worry.
You know enough to be careful and just to venture out into the danger
Mhm.
and say, fuck it, we ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Okay, hard switch on the topic, but
Okay.
I heard you say earlier that you were interested in drop shipping.
Yes.
So what made you like? How do you even find out about that?
So I was scrolling on like Instagram Reels and I saw it and I was like, oh shit, okay, that's cool. So I looked into it. It's like $40 a month to do, and I just don't have my ID right now. I lost it a while back, and I have been. Oh yeah, okay. I'm sorry, my brain just.
Wait, hold on. Why would you need your ID to start drop? So I actually did drop shipping.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I'm.
You have to take a picture of your ID to like prove it's you.
Is that on Shopify? Is that where
No,
what would
it
you be
was-
running your store on?
So I would go through
Amazon?
Amazon and do
Okay.
their. I want to say it's
I think it's the Amazon sellers.
So it's Amazon sellers. So you'd do Amazon drop shipping.
FBA or
Yeah.
something.
Amazon
Where-
FBA, fulfilled business association or some shit. I know what it is. I had a Shopify store, so it's a little different because with Amazon you'd be have your own store on Amazon
Oh, I
and like you
gotcha.
just sell on Amazon versus with Shopify I had my own website built out.
Oh, okay.
And then I had like just a singular product, and that's probably what you'll do with Amazon.
See, but or you could get multiple and just ship it all to Amazon. And it was like,
So that's
You
what I was
have
going to ask you.
multiple-
For true drop shipping means that you'd find a hype product, something that's in
Okay.
that's starting to trend, and you get it from like DHgate or Alibaba. They're foreign websites,
Yeah.
like companies that are made in like China and shit
I
like
remember
that.
a lot of
Shit.
people get vapes from DHgate.
Yeah,
It's
no,
a
I
gift
used
for,
to
like,
do that in high
$2 a
school.
piece.
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
I was one of those people. Made a lot of money doing that actually. So, but so you find a product that's trending. There's websites that'll tell you how to find these products. I don't have them like off the top of my head, but I could probably write them down. I'll send them to Derick or you.
yeah, that'd be amazing.
And then they tell you all the trending data, and then you'll go to DHgate and you'll click that product and you add that to your store. I don't know exactly how it'll work on Amazon, but I think Amazon has an option to where every time someone buys, it'll instantly there's a software you can plug that in to the Alibaba store and it'll just buy straight from that.
Oh, really?
And then you just keep the middle
Okay.
profits, because that's all drop shipping is where you're the middleman, you're promoting the product, but
Yeah.
you don't own the product yourself. You don't want to have any of the actual product at your place.
Mhm.
You just want the one seller
Yeah.
to sell it to the other seller. So
Oh, I thought it was insane.
so yeah, it's just basically becoming the middleman. Like I said, I don't know everything about Amazon, but with Shopify, so what I would do is I'd have my store built, and then after I did that, I put the product on the store, and then I go to like find a trending product, and the product I had was a fucking rollable shopping bag. So it was like a shopping bag that folded up, but then like it had wheels on it, and you pulled it out and like you could roll it.
I see hella
Interesting.
people at Safeway with those.
Yeah, and
That
so
is a huge market.
and that
bro.
was like
Hella
super
old
popular for a little bit, and so I made that my whole store was literally just around that one product.
people. Mhm.
And then what you do is once you have that product, you have it plugged into your store, so as soon as someone buys that product, Alibaba, you'll have that product for like $10, and then you got to pay for shipping. So like say like it's $18, right, for
Mhm.
like for you on your end, but you charge $40 on your store. And so I was charging $40, and then every time someone would buy, Alibaba would ship it. They'd take their 18, and then the other 22 just goes straight to my account.
Oh, nice.
And so that's
That's really neat.
that's how drop shipping works.
Okay.
And the way to have a profitable drop shipping store is just advertising, because all that is just Facebook ads and
Yeah.
TikTok ads and stuff, where you'll see like now too, like with TikTok you can do like influencer ads, so you'll pay an influencer to like review the product.
Oh, okay.
I mean that's a little bit more expensive though, because if you have like any influencer
to
with a
buy
decent amount of
somebody out.
products, like you're talking like $1,000 at least a lot of times. And then you have to pay to even ship them the product and get it. So I mean that can be kind of expensive, but if like if the influencer's in the right niche, then it might be worth it. So like if you're selling like something to do with like entrepreneurship, like a notebook or some shit, like just some special notebook. And then like you might have some entrepreneur that has like 2 million followers, then it might be worth it, because like if he recommends this product that's like amazing notebook that like makes you do 10 times more in a day, for say, then like his followers
so
are
much
likely to do it.
smoother writing on it.
Exactly, like just
The
some
fibers on the paper
some
are smaller.
just some bullshit like that, right? But then you also got to think, like, if you can't find someone that's in the right niche that can like promote that, then it's probably better to spend money on the ads, especially with a product like that. So because like with me, so I do TikTok ads for window replacement companies. The average price that it takes to buy a fucking window from the companies we work with is like $6,000 to $15,000.
Damn.
So, I mean,
What kind of windows are these?
I mean that's for like the whole install and everything.
Oh, okay.
So, and the company I work with, you can only do it with 5+ windows. So like you can't, they won't sell just one window to someone. They have to buy at least 5+.
Oh, okay.
And so the way you got, like, getting a lead for that, getting someone to actually buy that's a lot harder than it would be to get someone to buy a $40 item.
Yeah.
So that can just be a quick impulse buy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, oh, I feel like I
Literally.
need this in my
you
life.
can't just buy a $6,000 fucking Windows set, you know? Like, you have to go through financing and stuff like that. But, so last month, I just started TikTok ads like 2 months ago, and last month was my best month, and I made the company, like, so my budget was only $15,000. $15,000 is ad spend a month on TikTok, and I made the company like 65 grand, I think.
Damn.
Or like they rev was 65 grand from my ads, so they made like 40, 45 or
So that's a pretty good
40,000.
general revenue.
Yeah. So I mean, it was like, I got them like fucking. They close 30% of the leads I get them. So like they're pretty like a decently high rate of closing. It's like they closed 30% of leads, and then I got them like fucking 90 leads or some shit. Like I'm just throwing out random numbers. And then I got them 90 leads. They closed 30% of those. 30% of that would be, 27. They'd close 27 sales, 27 fucking window sales at an average price from $16,000 to $15,000, which is average at $10,000 would be $270,000. And say my cost per lead, cost per lead was last month was like $90. So that means I got them 100 leads, would say at $90. That's $900 they spent, and they got 60 fucking thousand.
Yeah, that's a huge investment.
Yeah, so last month, I think they spent like $1,800, and I got them that much. So like $1,800 for 65,000. I mean, that's a pretty good return.
That is insane return.
So
especially on a window company, something that would be that hard to.
Yeah,
market.
I mean, I'll show you some after. I'll show you some after the podcast is over. But I got some videos. I'll show you like what the ads are. It's just cheesy ass little shit, bro. But
still it draws in the customers.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, it's weird because like our most popular ad is actually one of our old employees doing like a little dance video like this, just fucking fist pumping, bro. And it's like, did you know right now at Wing Choice, if you buy 5 windows you get 2 free, or buy 4 windows you get 2 free?
Ooh.
And it was like a 10-second ad, and yeah, that was literally the one that got the most sales. So
it's something.
It's
simple.
almost like the more simple the better. Because
I've seen some statistics on TikTok where it's 5 to 7 second videos.
7 seconds.
Get the most videos. I mean,
Yeah.
get the most views because people just like, oh, this is quick. I like that. And then just
Well,
watch it again.
so the reason why is like, so YouTube, or I mean basically all platforms, but TikTok, one of the big things they do to like see if a video performs well, the biggest statistic is watch through rate. And so that means like how long are your viewers actually staying and watching the whole video? And if people are like, say you have a 7-second video and people are only watching 1 second of it, they're not gonna show it to more people. But a 7-second video is so short, where most people are gonna watch like most of the video, and so and if they see that like all 100 people that they showed it to watched the whole 7 seconds, they're gonna show it. You're all good. They're gonna show it to 1,000 people, because what they do is they do it in bunches. So TikTok will promote it to like around 100 people at first, and then after that they're gonna promote it to like 1,000 people, and then after that they go to like 5,000, then it goes to 10,000, then it goes to like 50,000, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing. That's why like sometimes you can see like a true drop off in the like to view ratio, because like when you're at like 100 views and say you have 20 likes, like 20% like to view ratio, and then it goes to 1,000, it stays at 20, and then all of a sudden they go from 1,000 to 10,000, you could have like a fucking huge drop off, and then instead of having a 20% liked view ratio, it goes down to like 10%.
Even if it's several hundred likes or
yeah. So just like, because they do it in like the big bunches of views at a time, you can have like it could fuck up your engagement ratio. But if you're trying to build a brand and shit, you can't focus about engagement. Like that's one thing about, I don't know, like I had a huge problem with this in high school, was like just really caring about what people thought about me on like social media, especially,
and always trying to get the most likes on Instagram.
Exactly. And so now that I'm like, you just like, if you want to truly build a brand, you can't care about that. Like Instagram, at the end of the day, if you're like an entrepreneur or someone in business or some shit, it's a tool to get more clients. If you're just using Instagram to just fucking post pictures of yourself and shit, then there's no point. Like, what benefit is that going to do for you? So,
other than just like updating your status,
and that was the thing too. Is when I was in high school, it's like I didn't want to bother like people by posting so much, but now it's like I don't give a fuck, because like if you don't want to watch my shit, then just don't follow me. I don't care.
Yeah, literally.
And like, also in high school, I was like around all these people all the day, so I was worried about people judging me and shit. But now it's like I have fucking Isaac is who I'm around all day, so it's like
Isaac judging you for not smoking weed.
Yeah, I mean, Isaac doesn't give a fuck what I do on social media, so right,
exactly.
Isaac, I don't think you give a fuck.
No, I get fucked.
Oh, okay.
You gotta make sure you're not showing too much cheek on there.
So I mean, like, he's not gonna fucking go on social media and be like, "Hi, stop fucking posting, dude. You're stupid." Like, as to like where all these people in high school are gonna like talk shit, you know, and shit.
People
so
posting like every week, or every other day. It's like, bro, you really just need your Instagram feed that clouded?
Well, okay, but that's the exact opposite of what I'm saying, though. I'm saying, like, if you want to build a brand, you gotta be posting like that much, even more. Like on Instagram,
definitely get the name out there.
On
but
Instagram,
in like high school terms, like there was really no point to that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, if you're just posting pictures of yourself, which is shit I was fucking doing, it's just no point whatsoever. But I think it's a fucking powerful tool, dude. Like, the amount of reach 100%. You can get with social media. Like, just think about, I mean, do you have TikTok? You do have you ever posted on TikTok?
Yes.
What type of video? You post like dancing videos, huh?
No, I can't do those. I'm not coordinated.
So what
not the dances.
So what do you post?
I can't like do the dances.
Ones, but you do your own dances.
She looks so confused right
Bitch, I've never, like, I've maybe done a dance once or twice. Yeah. I'm just one of those stupid bitches who, like, lip syncs or, like, speaks my mind. And it's fun because, like, I have all these, like, mutuals on TikTok, and I love seeing their videos, and they interact with mine, and I interact with theirs, and it's, like, a little, I don't know. It's fun.
Like, how many, like, what's, like, the most viewed video you've had?
It was.
And is your account on public or private?
It's public.
Okay.
It was. Pull
up the stats.
I mean, you don't have to give me an exact number.
Yeah, no. I think it was like around like 400,000 views.
Damn.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying though. It's like you're not a professional content creator or anything, right? Yeah. And you can just make a video and fucking get 400,000
I was
views.
at work on break, motherfucker.
That's 400,000 people that have never seen you, that know what you look like now.
Scary. I was and my face has been a lot of places, and it's like, damn, like a lot of people have seen my face, because I've also done other things where like thousands of people have seen my face and me, and it's like, damn.
It's kind of weird.
Huh?
Go into it.
Okay. I used to do camming.
Webcamming?
Yeah. I did camming with some friends, and yeah, I'd make a bunch of money. We made, my first time ever doing it, we made about 600 in like 3 hours. And all you do
is easy gig.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was making a bunch for a little bit. But yeah, the people were just kind of
the guys or what?
The guy, yeah.
So how long did you do that for?
A few months. Yeah, it was like a few months.
And how much money do you think you made over that few months span? I mean, you can just give me estimates.
Over 2,000.
Okay, so not like a shit. How
Yeah, no.
How often were you doing
It
it?
wasn't very often. I probably did it like 3-4 times.
How does that business even work? Like, what do you like?
Basically, he had a really big account. He had
Who's he?
Huh?
Don't give him free
I
advertisement.
just no. Fuck him.
No,
Fuck that
so-
motherfucker. He's
so-
a piece of fucking shit.
Just explain the situation. Then. Is it like
Okay.
a guy a pimp or what? Like,
No, he has a
webcam
account on
business?
ChatterBait, and he has OnlyFans, and he pulls in
He's
a
already
lot of
pretty
revenue
established.
from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a lot of fans and stuff on that. So when we would obviously do it on his account, and yeah, we'd bring people in, and then through that he would promote like my Twitter and OnlyFans and stuff like that, and through that I would get like subscribers and stuff like that. I don't know, it was really awesome for a while. I just didn't, I don't know, I didn't enjoy.
So do you do any of that stuff anymore? So do you have OnlyFans still?
I do have OnlyFans
Yeah.
still, yeah.
We'll still do OnlyFans together.
Mr. helps me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey,
For
bro,
me,
it gives me Dairy Queen money.
Dairy, what does that
Yeah.
even mean, bro? Dairy Queen? You just like eating out of Dairy
Explain
Queen
it.
or what?
Yep.
So yeah.
Dude, I used to love the dilly bars, bro.
Oh,
I'm not gonna
fucking
lie,
yes.
bro. That's what I used to
Especially
get.
the orange one.
I haven't went to Dairy Queen probably in like 5 years.
So-
Maybe even longer.
Fucking,
So,
we lost our Dairy Queen in East Wenatchee, and then the one in Wenatchee was closed for hella long because it got closed by food safety,
Yeah.
and they had to renovate.
I didn't know that, but
Yeah.
I haven't had Dairy Queen in so fucking long. Is that like a good spot in Eastern Washington or what?
Nah, I'll let you explain that.
It was just this little thing. He was like, okay, if I'm gonna help you make money and make videos with you, then you have to get me a Blizzard, and yeah.
Yeah.
So.
That's my reward.
It's funny. So I actually was thinking about starting an agency for growing OnlyFans accounts
Yeah.
too. Cause
Do it.
I have a buddy, one of my best friends. He lives in New York.
Mhm.
He has an OnlyFans, and we got him up to making $25K a month.
Damn,
A
bro.
month on OnlyFans, and he's a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
there-
and
like-
that's difficult.
Shit, bro, get my account up like that.
yeah. So my buddy, was making $25K a month as a guy, which is fucking insane.
What did he start out at
What do you mean? What did he start out at?
on his average per month?
Yeah.
I
Dude,
mean,
mate.
it was slow. So like his first 6 months were really fucking slow,
Mhm.
like just like a few hundred. Then it went up. It got up to like a couple thousand within a couple months. But like this guy, he's like a fucking pretty boy.
Mm-hmm.
Like he like you just look at him. And
He
you
got
know,
it
like, he
made.
looks like he's straight out of fucking Baywatch.
Mhm.
So
Oh, I gotcha.
I mean, like, and he just he would make TikTok was his biggest thing. That was how he got all his
Yeah.
fucking. His
See,
only,
I've been meaning to do that. I kind of tried Reddit a little bit. Reddit scares me. It's so weird and like a lot. So
There's so many more
I'm
people
gonna be
see
honest
it.
with you though, Reddit. If you want to grow on OnlyFans, Reddit's gonna be the best place.
I don't know how to like. I don't know how to do it.
You got it started
Really
a little
don't.
bit on Reddit, but
A little bit.
You haven't
feel like
updated it
little
too much.
Yeah, I haven't done shit for a while.
mm,
Yeah, no, Reddit is going to be the. I mean, it's weird talking about this kind of because it's just like, just knowing about this stuff, like how guys are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so many
It's
fucking
Dude, no,
horny ass
I've
guys.
I've talked to a ton of guys, and they get their porn from Reddit. They don't go to
Yeah.
Pornhub. They don't go to X videos or whatever the fuck.
Well, I think
They go to
the
Reddit.
reason why that is though is because it just seems more real. Like,
Yeah.
it's just more like amateur.
because
And that's
sometimes on
fair,
those bigger
yeah.
websites, it just seems so
And
staged.
girls will put their fucking pussies on there, so I was like, they'll put fucking anything on
Yeah.
there. And same with
yeah.
Twitter.
I mean,
Like-
that's actually one thing that's crazy
Yeah.
about Twitter, bro. Is how the fuck they allow that shit to be posted, but then
Yeah.
like they'll delete people's tweets.
Dude,
and shit.
no, they
Like, delete
literally,
politicians.
fucking like blocked my views on one of my, like, a few of my posts when girls are out here posting their fucking pussies on Twitter, and I'm like, bro, I was just showing my fucking ass, like,
Unfair
What?
as fuck.
I don't get it. I don't know.
It is weird how like, but like it does do that for until you have like a big enough name.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
the thing is, you just got to keep making accounts,
Oh,
and
really?
I mean it's a fucking pain in the ass.
Oh, okay.
Because like once you're blocked, they won't you won't get that
Oh.
account back a lot of the times, and so like it's best like so the account the thing that's most strict about it is fucking weirdly TikTok,
Mhm.
because like half the time you'll be okay, like they'll let half the people go and then half the people will get deleted right away.
Yeah.
And so the thing with that is you just have to be persistent with it. Just keep making new accounts. Like just fucking, just go on Google and make fucking a ton of emails. Gmail, just make a ton of Gmails. It takes like fucking 10, like literally 2 minutes to make each Gmail, and just keep redoing that, and you can just keep fucking uploading thirst trap videos, bro. And
that's honestly a great fucking idea.
Yeah. Doesn't that tie into some accounts just randomly getting shadow banned when they get created?
Like I said, like that's I literally like 2 months ago I was planning on starting an agency for that with my buddies. So, dude, it's not hard. It's just being consistent. Really.
I'm so bad at being consistent.
But the best thing, like if you really want to grow on that, you gotta be on Reddit though. Like I'm be honest. But I will say there are creepy ass fucking guys on there. They say weird shit, bro. Like a girl I helped out, she fucking was posting, and like there's just guys that say weird, creepy ass shit, bro. It's like, okay,
dude,
like he goes, she like literally just posted a picture of her ass, bro, and he goes, like, I bet that, like something about like the way she shits or some shit. It was just like saying, I bet your turds look beautiful or some shit. It's like, bro, like, that's so gross and weird, bro.
So
dude,
like some
people's
kinks
are so weird. One time I got paid to pee in a cup.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
How much did they pay?
I think it was like $50
God
for me
damn.
and $50 for her.
For something you just always do.
Yeah.
That's so fucking weird, bro. Some people have weird ass fucking kinks. That's weird.
Dude, yeah.
How much do you charge a month?
What do you mean?
On OnlyFans?
$13.
Okay. And then I'm trying to think. Do you just have one page? One OnlyFans? I'd recommend making a second page that's free.
Well, I mean, then again, I do.
And it's just basic shit. Like don't show anything.
I post the same shit on
same,
fucking Twitter.
Same shit, but blur it out. Basically, or it'll be pay-per-view. So like every time you actually post like an actual nude or something, you want to like charge like a certain amount per post. And then like
see, my OnlyFans won't let me charge per post. I don't know how to do that. I can like put charge on like messages, but I can't put them on the posts like other people can. It may be because it's not free. I think if I did have a free account and then I could post the things with charges.
Maybe since you wouldn't be charging them.
It might be like that, but I'm not sure because I feel like I've worked with people that actually do like pay and
I know.
But I'm not sure. I'd have to check
That's
that out more.
That's what I thought too. I don't know.
I haven't looked into that enough. So, but yeah, definitely you want to, if you do have a free page, post baseline shit where you're not actually like showing anything.
Yeah.
And if you do, like blur it out, and then that makes people curious, and then they'll want to actually see the real thing, and then they'll go into like to your paid prescription or subscription, bro. Like you're buying fucking drugs, dude.
I mean, with how much these people pay to get it,
yeah, it's pretty sad, dude.
For?
Like,
dude,
I feel so bad because it's like porn and fucking like that industry is just for guys. It's so fucked, bro. Like it's sad because I guarantee you, like, I mean, I don't know how many people you have their shit, but like I guarantee you, there's people that look at your shit every day, and like for like hours, maybe not hours, but like literally like every day they're just looking at this shit, and it's like, bro, like. Imagine if someone spent their time
doing something
else, like you know how like and like
just be more productive.
Like people who make that content in general, like that's shit. Like they're doing that to perform and to make shit that people are attracted to watching because like they know like based off what they make, like
there's a huge
people
market.
are more like exactly. And so like that, but that's not real life. Like like the shit you see online, bro. It like fucks these guys' perspective because then they go into a relationship and they realize that like being with a girl in that situation, it's not really like that. Like obviously like it's everything on like those sites and whatnot is just so over exaggerated because you're like I said, you're putting on a show, like it's a performance.
It's so fake. And it's scripted.
That's one thing I hated when I did
like cams.
Yeah, because the other girl that I did it with, she was so fucking fake about it, and I just like I can't find it in myself to like I don't know be like so fake about it. You know, it's like
just like seem like a Barbie doll basically. That's just like just straight.
That's all it is, and it's like, bro.
It's not the mood. Not the fucking vibe.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, just every like cam thing I've ever seen too. Like you'll see ads and shit for it, and it's just like, bro, like it's just like
You
they
can
just
tell
say
that-
the most like fake shit. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, a girl would never say that, bro. Like maybe like in a different, like completely different way if you're actually together type shit. But it's just like, bro, it's just no. I don't know.
Yeah.
For
It's
me
not gonna
personally though, like I said, I try not to watch any of that shit personally because like I just have other things I gotta focus on, and then I get distracted. And I have a very addictive personality, so like I can't like 'cause I just know if I like watch any of that, like I go down like a bad loophole, and then I'll just like fucking you know, it's just not a good
It just
place.
becomes such a bad habit. It's such
Yeah.
a waste of energy too.
And so like I basically I just try and stay away from that just because it just I have other shit away, and then I'm also like very like kind of spiritual in like a way where like I think like that like holding in that can fucking kind of help you, like that energy is displaced out on other places, I guess.
So it can help you build a lot stronger connection with somebody as well. If you don't have
no,
this
that's
kind
also
of
like
toxic
when it comes to
distractions.
like relationships too. Is I'm very I have very strong views about certain things, I guess, in relationships, and like for me with like sexual stuff is like I'm a very passionate person, so like I don't want to like I fuck okay I don't mean this in any way bad towards you.
No, you're totally
But
fine.
so for me personally, I can never be with someone that does like OnlyFans or anything like that. And the only reason for that is because like I feel like for me, I want that to be between me and the girl I'm with, and like that to just be an intimate thing. And I kind of feel like it takes away the value of like being in that moment with that girl if like other people are seeing it as well, I guess. And I don't know, like I don't know, I just kind of feel like that's something I just wanted that to be between me and my girl. Like that's a privacy thing, I guess. Like I said, I'm totally for the industry because like if you can make money from it, like why the fuck not? Like it's an easy fucking thing to make a fuck ton of money. Why not? If you can, why not take advantage of all these?
It's literally making
fucking
money
problems?
for something that you already do.
Exactly, dude. Like I'm saying, I'm not knocking down at all. 'Cause,
No,
like,
I
dude,
totally know. I totally understand where you're
Mm-hmm.
coming from. I want you to know that.
Yeah, like if you can make money from that, like go fucking for it, bro. Like, cause that's awesome. Especially like if you can completely self-employ yourself and not have to spend all this time working all the time, bro. Like, who the fuck wouldn't do that?
Bitch, I only have to work 4 days a week
Yeah.
because of it, so like I'm happy.
Yeah, you'd be dumb not to. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But I'm gonna be honest, dude. You can make a lot more money if you start grinding on those fucking
Dude,
platforms.
It's just hacking the game.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, no. So for me personally too, is like I don't like sleeping around because it's just like, I don't want to have a partner who I guess it's kind of like a fucked up way to view things. But I just don't want to be with someone who's hooked up with fucking every guy in the
No, it's not
valley,
a fucked
you know?
up way to
Like-
view things. It's just your own personal view.
Yeah, no, like that's just how I just don't want to be with someone who slept with fucking 30 guys, you know? And like if that's what you want to do, that's fine, but like that's just not what I look for in a girl. And so I kind of feel like if I'm going to ask for that, I need to reciprocate that, and like I'm not going to be sleeping around with a whole bunch of people. Also, I just find it hard, like fucking the thought of like just hooking up with someone. I just feel like I've done it twice. So I've been with 3 people, right? And like both the 2 times it was actual hookups, it's just like, God, it's just not the same. It's like when you're actually like you guys being in a relationship. Like I don't know if you've ever hooked up with someone, either of you guys, but like there's a huge difference between hooking up with someone and then actually being with someone that you genuinely connect with, right?
100%.
Just way fucking different, and it's just way
So
more
much
like it's
more
just
within
so
the
much
same.
better of like an experience altogether. From like A to Z, just everything about it is just so much more. Like it's just passionate. It's real. It's not fucking fake. Like knowing that you're gonna wake up next to that person and like just still be normal and like they're gonna be together. It's just like so much like of a more in-depth thing.
It's also so much.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's also
Honestly.
so much less to be comparing to because you're always gonna be worried. Oh, am I better than the last? Am I better?
Yeah,
than the
no,
next?
for sure. And then it's like, but like when you genuinely love someone, you don't got to worry about that.
Yeah.
Like if you guys genuinely love each other, then it doesn't fucking matter about the last person, right? Like it's just about like you guys being in that moment.
Just
and
about
you
that
guys,
current sacred situation.
Yeah, like it's just like I don't know. I'm kind of just rambling on at this
Oh no,
point
you're
now,
good. We've
but-
been rambling all night.
But yeah, I mean, yeah. So that's kind of like my views on that whole thing. But like I said, bro, you got to start grinding on those fucking platforms and making more money. Because
No,
I'm telling you,
100%.
how
Just
much do you
TikTok
think you make a
accounts.
month right now on
Huh?
OnlyFans? How much do you make a month on OnlyFans right now? And how do you promote it right now? How have you even got followers?
Twitter, Snapchat. I can't do it on Instagram. 'Cause I have an account, but I haven't really done shit on it.
Do you have like a stage name?
Yeah, it's Princess K.
There's your shout.
Because my thing forever, since my junior year, me and my best friend, we made a Cash App, and it was your girl PC, because Pixie and Casey, but she was whatever. So yeah, and that turned into my Cash App. So I was like, well, fuck, let's do something with this, because I made it my OnlyFans tag, and I was doing with this, making a name with the guy I used to cam with, and he was like, okay, P, we can use Princess or like some shit like that. And then it was like, okay, what can we do with the C? What the fuck? So K was good, and it kind of
attitude to it.
I don't know. I like it.
Sick.
Yeah.
Well, okay. You said you were camming with the guy, so like the guy's doing it with you, or is he just running it?
We would do it together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was just I was confused on that part.
Yeah.
God, yeah, the industry's just fucking crazy, bro.
It really is.
Like, you know who Andrew Tate is? I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Obviously, like,
I think,
he used
I
to
think everybody does at this point.
Yeah, he used to run the cam agency too. I'm like, the fuck it, it's just crazy, bro. Because there's a lot of money in that industry in general.
Oh,
It's just
100%.
a fuck ton of money, and yeah, I mean, there's so much fucking money to be made. But I mean, I wouldn't really worry about promoting on Instagram. Like, I mean, you can have an Instagram page, but your best bets are gonna be on TikTok and Reddit. So.
I think I'm gonna start like a new account, like you were saying, and try to like post a thirst trap. I've never done that before.
Do your parents know about it?
My mom knows about it.
Your
yeah.
dad? What about your dad?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, she hates it a lot.
What did she like? How was telling that to her? Like, what was like when you brought, like, how do you even bring that up to your mom?
I didn't.
Oh no.
My ex-boyfriend told her.
Oh.
It was so bad. He texted her. I don't know, but yeah, he told me. He texted her and told her, and yeah, he's the Paul. He faked his death to me as well. He's
Holy
a big
shit.
piece of crap.
Holy
for like
fuck.
no reason.
What a
Yeah.
dick. Just to ruin your life.
He's cool.
Yeah, it sounds like a really stand-up dude.
He was, yeah, really awesome guy. Shout out Paul, R.I.P.
Imagine faking your death.
Dude, no, like literally, I was like actually like grieving, and everyone else knew. My best fucking friend knew, and I was just like in the dark, and and then I found out from my friend at school. She was like, "Hey, so I think you should know about this." And I had my suspicions already because I'm a little investigator.
How do you fake his death? So like, explain that situation to me.
Okay, so basically, I hadn't heard from him in a couple days. I was getting worried. I kept on texting him and stuff because we would talk regularly. We were good friends. Like this was after we did it and stuff. And I got like a Snapchat, and it was like, Paul died at blah 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 blah, and this happened, and I was like, I was on a walk, and I was like, oh my god, like I was like freaking the fuck out, and that's like how I found out. And I had like I don't know, I guess like talked to whoever the fuck it was. I guess it was Paul a little bit and stuff, and then yeah, I don't know.
He just told you, like, how did he say he died?
It was just like it was just a Snapchat, and it said Paul Poya died at blah blah, like whatever time on that date because of a car. He crashed his car.
Oh shit!
Jesus.
Yeah.
Christ. That's so
And he was in the hospital. Well, no. Okay, wait. Okay, brain. Sorry. I'm pretty sure. So I had gotten a Snapchat a few days before, and it was like, hey, he's in the hospital, he's in like critical care, like he might not make it, whatever. And yes, that's what it was. And then it was like I got the Snapchat, Paul died at I shouldn't be saying it. Whoops, whatever.
I can blank out names. Too,
Okay.
If you want.
You know what? No, fuck that motherfucker. He can.
I mean, that's pretty fucked up.
No, yeah, he's a really.
Yeah, he deserves to be outed.
And you know what?
I mean,
I
so
will
the
never
reason that, so
trust no
I
person.
was in a similar
Yeah.
situation, kind of with my ex. Not I wasn't doing that personally,
Mm-hmm.
but
Did she?
her ex boyfriend
Gotcha.
or ex guy she was talking to was like not faking dead, not that fucking. That's pretty fucking extreme. But would like threaten like hurting themselves and
Traumatizing.
stuff like that. And it's just like so all that is just a manipulative tactic
Mhm.
to get
Dude, yeah.
to get you to try and either come back or
So
like,
many men are like that
or
too.
like to try and see that you like care or like because they just want to see that like they have you like wrapped around their finger basically.
Yeah.
And it's so fucked up, bro, that people would use that as like a manipulative tactic because that's such a fuck thing because like
Yeah.
because what they'll do is they'll say they're gonna kill yourself if you don't stay
It's
with
mental
them
torture.
or some and that's so mentally abusing.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, like 90%, like guys aren't actually gonna do that, but they say that shit because like girls are very susceptible to like believing that when they,
Yeah.
like not even necessarily girls. Cause I've known girls that have like said that shit to guys too, but it's
Yeah.
just like
Mhm.
anyone like if you're in a relationship and you guys break up and they threaten that stuff. Usually, if you're in a relationship, you care about the person,
Mm-hmm.
and like if you care about the person and like you just know like you're done with them though, like you're breaking up. You're still gonna have feelings if they say they're gonna fucking kill themselves, dude. So it's like it just puts you in such a fucked spot because then you don't know, like, is this person actually gonna do it
Mhm.
Or
or
is they
whatnot?
just saying shit? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just
It's
like it
fake,
just
yeah.
puts you in such a fucked spot. But if anyone ever actually does threaten that to you, majority of the time, actually no, 100% of the time, it's literally just a manipulative tactic
Mhm.
that they might not even mean. Like
Yeah.
like this, honestly, like a lot of times people don't even realize they're doing it for attention or like for like to kind of get them to stay and like show that they care. Like you'll just say that shit and not even realize that you're doing it to like try and keep them there.
Yeah,
You
in
just
a
say that just because
manipulative way.
like you might even feel that way in like the
Mhm.
second, but like the reason behind you feeling that way is because you want them to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So like people, it's just like some of that shit
You
is
want
just so
sympathy.
built into your brain to like where you don't even like
Mhm.
do it purposely. It just kind of happens. It's just a reaction. But yeah, it's just fucked. Like it's just the
Mhm.
whole situation. Whenever someone threatens that, it's just so fucked. Because
Yeah.
I mean, like you gotta also have empathy for those people though, because like they're obviously were really attached to you. I wouldn't have empathy for them because of that, but I'd have empathy because they have some sort of psychological thing to where they think it's okay to even to bring that in a conversation, to even fake that or say that they're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And in order to even do that in the first place or say that, you have to have some sort of like major trauma growing up to where you think that's okay. Something psychological must have happened in your past to where like
Mhm.
that's even deemed acceptable. So I
Yeah.
mean, you gotta have some sort of empathy and understand where people are coming from and like what they've went through in their life and like understand it,
100%.
but you don't have to accept it. Like, you
Yeah.
can understand things but not accept them. So
Mhm.
like you gotta understand that that guy or whatnot was obviously having some troubled things and like and did all that shit. So you have to come from an understanding perspective, but you also have to be. You don't have to accept that bullshit because like that's bullshit. Like
Yeah.
and like yeah, it's just like
Like what
reading
could have
the
happened
situation.
in his family life that he was like, okay, I'm gonna fake my death just to get you to come back or to get your attention more.
well, so most of the time in that specific situation, so the reason why someone would do that in the first place is because they want you to stay.
Yeah.
The reason why anyone would want someone, so if someone wants to leave your life, you should let them leave.
Mhm.
You should never go chasing after someone in the first place. But the reason why people do chase is because they don't feel comfortable with themselves. They don't love themselves enough.
Mhm.
And so if you don't love yourself, you tend to put your happiness in other people. And if you put your happiness in other people, you're going to become codependent on that person. And as soon as they leave, all you feel that you can only be happy with that person.
Mhm.
And if you feel you can only be happy with this one person, then without them, you might as well die.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to think in your head.
Yeah, 'cause
and
you feel like
so-
you're just missing that other piece of you.
Exactly, because you think that that's what you need to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you don't realize that you don't love yourself, then that you're just gonna go down that fucked up rabbit hole. So you have to like learn to love yourself, and it genuinely does take effort for some people.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because like it's like if you grow up in a shitty home situation, you said you don't have a active father in your life,
Yeah.
right? And so I'm guessing like that was probably pretty hard at some points. I'm guessing it just. Do you have a stepdad?
So my biological dad, he like is kind of in my life, but the guy who married my mom adopted me, and then shit went down with him, and
So you're not very. Are you close with either of them? I'm getting.
No, I don't talk to
the real dad, the biological dad.
No, I talk to my biological dad.
But you don't talk to the stepdad.
Yeah, no.
What about your mom?
My mom is like, she's great.
Okay, so she's like the rock. Like,
Yeah,
that's who you go to then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, like, just like that, even like without having like a stable father in your life, dude, like that's gonna have some like even if you don't realize it, like there's like some emotional effect there. Yeah. Like I don't know you on a super personal level, but like there's got to be something like where like shit just like is hard for you. Like I'm sure like you have times where it's just like damn, like that would have been like because a father even as a daughter like has to play a nurturing role in some port or some and like without having a dad.
Well, here's the thing. He raised me. He was a dad to me for like a very long time.
Okay. And
he was a good dad for the most part, you know, up until a certain point.
Shit happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so you did have some sort of structure. Okay. Okay. So like, at what age did it like kind of go away? Because I mean, your big development like is gonna be from like 1 to like 7.
I think I was 16 or 17.
Okay. So he was around your whole life basically. Make sure. Okay, that's different. So like you've had a pretty stable upcoming then for the most part.
Yeah.
Obviously there's rough patches and everyone has rough patches and shit. But like, okay. So he was around. Okay, that changes things. But like, there's a lot of people who don't have a dad at all from birth, like just not active fathers at all, and that can completely fuck you up because you just have no father figure to show you like, especially so it doesn't hurt girls as bad as it hurts guys.
Yeah, man.
Because if guys don't have an active
so
man,
detrimental.
if guys don't have an active father that like they can look after or have like kind of show them the way of how to be a guy,
know how to act.
Yeah. So if like guys don't have an active father in their life, then it's just like it just really can fuck them up because they don't like that's the reason why a lot of people in like black communities and stuff go into gangs and stuff because like it's sad, but like a lot of black communities have like fatherless homes. And it's just like it ends up there's no role model to teach them what's right and what's wrong, and so they join gangs to like kind of feel like they have that brotherhood and that like that leader, that person
gives them a sense of belonging.
And
and safety.
Exactly. So it's just like a father is like a very important thing, a very 100%. Fucking important thing in society, and that's just like one thing that's kind of just fucked right now. A lot and like. Also, relationships are fucked because like the divorce rate's fucking over 50%.
Dude, it's fucking ridiculous. It's so scary to get married in like this day and age because like you genuinely don't know what's gonna last and what's not because people have such a different idea and different perspective towards marriage these days as they did in the fucking 50 years from now.
I think the biggest problem is people aren't willing to work on relationships anymore. Like as soon as one problem comes up, they want to go. No one wants to put in the effort anymore. And it's like if you really like love someone, like if you're gonna even take the step to get married in the first place, that's a huge fucking step.
Yeah.
And if you're willing to do that, you gotta also put in the commitment that if shit comes up, bro, like it's not gonna be sunshine and rainbows all the time. Like you're gonna go through fucking rough patches in your life, and that's just something you guys gotta work out together. It's not. And I saw a quote. It's not you guys against each other. It's you guys both together against the problem. You guys got to work together against the problem and not be against each other. And that's the thing that people always like fight over dumb shit. You guys got to be together against that problem.
And cooperate.
And figure it out.
And another thing in the world today, and why I think another reason why divorce rates are so high is because you see all of these fucking celebrities, one husband or wife after a fucking another, and it normalizes it, and you see so many people in life with fucking they've had 4 wives, they've had fucking 7 husbands, and it's like they treat marriage like it is absolutely nothing, and I don't.
it's
The
sad.
flaw
It's
situation.
It
sad
is. It
because
is
it's
so
like,
fucking sad.
if you look at like the 60s and 50s and like early 1900s,
Yeah.
like it's just like, dude, the family meant so much more than it does today.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying those times were perfect. 'Cause
Yeah.
like those times had their flaws too.
100%.
But like every age group, every time in history is always gonna have flaws, and so you just kind of have to. But like family is one thing where you gotta try and minimize those flaws because it's just so important to civilization. Honestly, like if we have a whole bunch of fucked up men in this civilization, bro, it's just gonna be like
Chaos.
yeah, just a ton of chaos.
So,
It's when like the gang violence and wars break out and shit and stuff. So it's just like you gotta have some sort of grounding because like in the true purpose of like woman and men is like men typically are the providers and the women are the nurturers. The women kind of like show like the what's like in the home, like what's right and like caring and like all like the emotional attributes, and the men show kind of like the protection and like the different attributes. You know what I'm trying to say?
100%.
yeah,
like,
for each different roles.
Yeah, there's each like different roles. Like obviously, both men and
And
women
they work together
Yeah,
in order
exactly.
to
Like,
grow
they're-
up
they're,
together with
like-
a great view of each perspective.
exactly like they're not. Both roles are both so vitally important.
Mm-hmm.
So like the same thing with like a guy without a mom. Like if a guy doesn't have a mom, then they will a lot of times have a lot of emotional issues
Yeah,
because they don't know how to control their emotions.
Yeah, and it's very difficult for them to know how to treat a woman right because
Mhm.
they've never been around a woman. They don't know how they act. They don't know how they respond, and they don't know just that how to give that kind of loving, that unconditional love.
Yeah, no. So that's one
with
thing.
Mommy issues.
Big time.
So okay, if you say that, then what if Derick said a person with daddy issues? What if Derick said a person with daddy issues then?
Oh, I do got my own daddy issues.
Okay, I'm talking about for her though.
Oh, okay.
Because she said a person with mommy issues. Isn't that what you just said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys with mommy issues.
So what's that? What's a
What
guy
a girl?
with
What
dad?
about a girl with daddy issues?
I mean,
That's for
It's
both of you. That's for
bro.
both of you
It's
guys.
So.
Because like there can't be a double standard there if you're gonna say that.
No, like I mean,
Because I think it's also like a guy's spot in a relationship to be able to show them those kind of roles that may have been missed out early on in age,
Yeah.
and kind of show, hey, it's okay.
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah. There's a lot of the thing with like that is like there's so much. Everything's just so. You can go deep in the depth with everything because everything boils down to like your psychology and whatnot. And that's something I'm super fascinated about. is
Dude,
that
yeah, psychology is so cool to me, too.
Because it's just like
So intricate.
when you truly like start to understand like psychology, you understand why people do what they do, why people think the way they think, and why people say what they say. And like when you can actually break that down and like really understand someone, it's just such a fucking cool thing. Like why people do what they do, it's just so unique and so fucking awesome to see. Because we're all, like I said,
Because we're able to
everyone's-
understand it even further.
Yeah,
And having an understanding is just
Well, yeah.
fucking
So
amazing.
life is all about perspective, dude. And like, there's some people that are just so tunnel vision, they're not willing to like accept certain things that may be true or whatnot. And
They
it's
just want to stick to their own opinion, not
Exactly.
be open.
And so you gotta have an open mind to everything, and you gotta be able to understand everyone's shoes. Like put yourself in everyone's shoes to understand their situation, because everyone's situation is so unique and different. Like no one person, like you gotta think about every person you walk by in your life has their own 1,000 problems, their own set of problems, their own complete life story.
Their
I
own
know,
years of
I don't like
experience.
thinking about that.
That's
to
actually
be
that's actually a
honest.
thing when you don't like thinking about that. I forget what it's called, but that's a certain fear. I saw that online. That's like a unique.
It's too much.
it's the-
Like
it's
I
the
don't want to
fear-
care about. Like I care about people so much. So if I know like anything about you, like I care about you a little bit. So it's like I don't want to care about you.
That's-
and that sounds bad.
No,
but-
I get that because
It
I-
takes a lot.
Have you guys ever
It
taken
makes
like the personality test, like the color test?
Sometimes.
The
So
color
it's
test?
like there's like a color scale of like blue means you're emotional, orange means
yeah.
you're competitive, green means you're analytical,
I'm not.
and it's like a personality trait test, and it tells you like what you're based off of. And I'm super fucking blue, which is not normal for
feel like
guys. Guys are
Yeah.
very either orange or
I'm analytical.
What's your zodiac sign?
what?
What's your zodiac sign?
Scorpio.
Yeah, I knew
What?
it. I could tell.
How can you tell that? I don't know if I believe in all
What
the
were the
zodiac
gifts?
stuff, but
I thought you were a Leo or a Scorpio.
What was the deciding factor?
well, what made you even think that though?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure. Did I ask you? I don't know if
No, you haven't asked me.
No, I didn't. Oh, so this is just out of my own
This is
head.
pure intuition.
That's cool.
That's scary, my guy. Like, how's this shit
She's
get
mind
accurate?
reading, bro.
I
She's
don't know.
doing that.
I am very good at that for whatever reason.
But, like, why? Like, what do you even see to like define someone as that, bro? Like, how can you even tell? Like, I know nothing about the science. Or
I
I'm
don't
not
know,
into that
just-
whatsoever.
People's characteristics and being
yeah,
able to read
just
them.
you.
the
I don't know.
I don't know.
mannerisms.
From everything I've read about Scorpios, they're just like a lot of times they're assholes, bro. Like they can be.
I don't think so. I've
Yeah.
always personally, I've got along with Scorpio men. My one problem with Scorpio men is like I'll get close with them and like we'll be hanging out and stuff, and they'll just like
up
dip
and
out.
leave.
Yeah,
That's
and
weird.
the-
So
and they just like goes for a while, but they'll always come back.
Oh, okay.
Always come back and go. And that's been with like every single Scorpio man that I've ever gotten close to for whatever reason.
yeah, I don't know. For me personally, like most guys aren't very emotional people, and like for me, like I like you said, dude, I care about people so fucking much. That's why I do
Yeah.
this podcast, bro. It's because like I'm just so interested in people's lives and stuff, and I just like I want to make a positive impact on this world, and it's just like you said, thinking about that, it's kind of crazy that like so many people have so many fucking problems, like their own shit going on, and like it's sad because like I want to help people and shit. And it's just like, but you can't help everyone. But it's I don't know. It's just I'm rambling
But you
again.
can at least
but
help people
just-
by talking and spreading the word.
No, exactly, for sure. And like I just love being able to sit down and have these genuine conversations with people.
Yeah,
'cause,
I
like,
love this shit
it's so dope.
It's a
bro,
unique
'cause,
experience.
Like
especially-
even a fucking off camera, like just being able to just sit down with you, bro. Like I haven't seen you in fucking
I
like
know.
a year, however
definitely
long
been
it's
years.
been.
Even my parents asked about you at dinner tonight because they're like, "Damn, it's been a minute."
Yeah, it's been a while, and then like meeting you and just like we've had, I think
Yeah.
we've had a pretty genuine like cool
Yeah.
conversation for
Yeah.
fucking never talking. Like, and how often do you just meet people and talk for 2 hours?
Exactly. Just sit down
I
and
mean-
just chat.
I mean, okay,
Yeah.
But
but majority of people, majority of
Yeah.
people,
yeah, majority
It's
of
not like
people
some
aren't
party
like
or
that, you
anything.
Yeah.
know, and don't
But like
like.
I think that's also a thing with like being like emotional and like caring about people. Is like
Yeah.
you're more
Mhm.
you're more down to earth and down to have those conversations
Mhm.
because like you just that's one thing about me too is like relationships is it's like dude I can get super fucking attached to someone really quick because I start to care about them and for whatever fucking reason, bro. I like girls with fucking trauma issues. Literally fucking like every girl I've ever like had a relationship with has been through some like fucked up shit in the past. And like it's like I want to help them. I want to fix them, bro. And like
Yeah.
I want to help them get through their
You want to
problems.
show that the world is great.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And it's just like it's so fucked. like I always
You're just
'cause
out
it
there trying
always-
to
a
help the
lot of-
world, my boy.
A lot of times it ends up fucking backfiring on me,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
But-
imagine.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I mean that's the
Good luck
fun.
with
Are you
that.
talking to
Yeah.
anybody right now?
No, I'm not. That's I was told you I was going to talk to you about that off podcast
bet.
about like my current relationship status. So, all right, but yeah, I think it's been a good podcast.
Hi,
guys.
this has been an amazing podcast, especially for my first one.
Thank you, Derick, for coming on. Thank
Thank you
you,
for joining me.
fucking
Pixie.
Pixie. I almost said Dixie again, bro. For coming on. It's been a pleasure. It's been
Thank you so much
amazing.
for having
Don't forget
us.
to like and subscribe, guys.
Yes, like and subscribe.
I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
This is
So that's done.
gotta be a